Yo, what is good, everybody? It's Jude again, aka Soul Gamer. I'm back with another video for you guys, another tutorial actually. Um, so those of you that didn't see my first tutorial, or if you did, um, about installing add-on vehicles, figured we'd want to go ahead and add on some more mods regarding driving. Also, I had another fuel mod installed that I wasn't really liking. Seemed like the fuel was just going way too fast or way too slow, and I couldn't adjust it to be just right. Um, so I went searching for another fuel mod. For those of you that may not know what a fuel mod is, basically just makes the game a little more realistic, where you have to fill up your car with gas in order to be able to drive. Um, and of course, as you drive, it depletes the fuel, and if you run out of fuel, you can no longer drive your car. So it's straightforward, but it's cool. It just kind of makes the game a little more realistic. So I found another fuel mod that I'm going to go ahead and show you how to install. It's called LeFix Simple Fuel. Now, this mod, it looks like it has a lot of features in terms of customization, um, different options. You can adjust how fast the fuel is used. And it seems like, from what I've seen about it, it also, depending on the type of vehicle you're driving, determines the amount of fuel that is consumed, which is ultra realistic. Um, Also, it comes along with, well, it doesn't come along with it, but it works in tandem with LeFix Speedometer. So we're going to go ahead and install that as well. Honestly, these are probably going to be some of the easiest installs that you'll have to, or not have to, but that you'll be doing, period, if you want to go ahead and install these onto your GTA game folders. So I already got the links up. Of course, I'll put the links down in the description, but let's go ahead and take a look now. For those of you that did see my last tutorial, I was referring to how GTA 5 mods has older versions sometimes if the mod has been updated. And so this is what that looks like. Basically, you can go and download an older version. Although I'm not sure why you would want to do that unless you're having like some sort of compatibility issues or something along those lines. Usually the most current version is going to be your best option. And then again, with the descriptions, they'll usually give you information regarding each version, what was changed, or if there were bugs fixed or anything along those lines. So, as always, I recommend taking a look at the description before installing any sort of mods just to make sure there's no compatibility issues. And again, as I mentioned, always mod at your own risk. So, so what we're going to go ahead and do, again, gives us the installation instructions here. I already have script hook 5 installed, so I'm just going to go ahead and or download the files right now. What's going on here? Oh, did it close the file out? Let's try that again. There we are. All right, so let me open up the two folders. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is probably the simplest type of installation as far as mods go. What we're literally going to do is just take from each of these folders the folder and the ASI files and drag them directly over to our main GTA 5 directory. So let's go ahead and grab those. Already in my main directory in GTA 5. So just drag and drop. So we have the folder, and then if we scroll down, we have the ASI file as well. That's all it takes for both of these. So let's do the simple fuel now. Drag and drop. Okay, we have the folder and the ASI file. And that's it. That's all it requires for the installation. So, yeah, that's pretty easy. What we'll go ahead and do now is that we have the installation completed of the mod. Let me go ahead and get GTA 5 booted up and we will test them out.
Alright, y'all. So now we're in GTA 5. Let's go ahead and get a whip and we'll take a look at these new mods that we just installed. What do we want to drive? Do we want. What do I have in the garage? You know what? Let's just take the benzo for right now. Alright, there we go. So we got the speedometer there down in the right. Oh, guess that's what I get for not paying attention to where I'm driving. Alright, let's fix that real quick. Alright, so I guess before we start driving, let's take a look. So we got the speedometer down there in the right. Now, if we press F10, that should bring up the settings and the different options that we have. So there's a bunch of different settings here. But this right here actually lets you toggle between different setups of the speedometer. This one right here actually has a fuel gauge up there at the top. Now, that fuel gauge should correspond with the fuel, the simple fuel mod that we installed. But there's also, if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, that that orange bar, that is the fuel. That's the other fuel gauge for specific to that mod. Look at the Rari. So yeah, that's the other fuel gauge, or the one that comes with the simple fuel mod. So if you didn't install the speedometer, that's how you would be able to tell how you're doing on your fuel. So I want to kind of drive around and get an idea of how quickly the gas depletes, because that was the big issue I had with the last fuel mod that I was using. Is it seems like, like in the little time that we've been driving right now, we would already be like at less than a tank. So it was depleted way too fast. And then when I went into the INI file or the ASI file and tried to, no, it was an INI file, and tried to adjust it, maybe I wasn't doing it right, but basically, um, I tried to move it by one, or no, by point one, and that changed the fuel gauge to not coming down at all, basically. Like, I never had a gas up, which kind of defeated the purpose of having the mod installed in the first place. So that's why I even went looking for another one. And honestly, it looks like this one kind of um, has a good pace to it. I can't deal with the traffic. See, and then that's another thing is there's a mod that requires you to obey traffic laws or you get pulled over, cop catches you. I do want to install that mod because I want to kind of make everything realistic as possible, but at the same time, I just do not have the patience with this traffic in GTA. So anyway, I wanted to stop by here, check out the dealership. Franklin's got. So we got. Oh, what's this dude doing? Oh, Holmes trying to fight or what? Come on, man. Alright. We'll return when homie calms down. But anyway, those are the cars that Franklin has for sale. He has a Bugatti, a Gallardo, and then one of these Range Rover Sports. So he's got a good $1.2 million worth of cars over there for sale right now. Yeah, unfortunately, the Bugatti is only selling for like 900 grand. It'd be nice if you could like set your own price on that on that mod, but you can't. And actually, the only way that I was able to get real cars was by replacing them. So you can't use add-on cars in that situation. Yo, what's going on there? Oh, that mod's jacked up. That's a Hellcat. All right, so back to what I was saying. So yeah, so you can't go uh, you can't choose with this particular mod at least. You can't choose the price of the cars. So it goes based off of, so for example, the Bugatti is actually the in-game vehicle called the Adder, which sells for $1 million. Now the reason why I only get 900 grand is because this dealership that will sell them for you takes 10%. So I had to pay 100 grand up front just to even park it there for sale. But it's all good. It's a stolen car, so it's all profit. Yep, that's how Franklin doing it. Alright, so honestly, it seems like the gauge, it's still, I don't know. We haven't been doing too much driving, but it seems like it's still kind of a little slow and going down. So let's go to the fuel settings. And I'm gonna actually turn down the fuel time. Let's change that to 5 and see how that does here. See how quickly it depletes now. Because, like, I want it to be like, where you could drive somewhere, but I also want it to require that I do get gas sometimes. I do fill up sometimes. I guess the other problem is, too, though, I switch up cars all the time. So when you're switching up whips all the time, that's that's always gonna reduce the amount of times you need to stop by the gas station. Well, I guess or increase it depending on the type of whips you got. So I think maybe 5 might be a slightly better pace as far as it depleting. So yeah, I think I'll leave it at 5 for a little bit, see how that goes. And the speedometer, I'm a big fan of. I really like the look of the speedometer. Oh, there's another Bugatti here. I might have to take that to put at my dealership. And oh, there's my McLaren, my SLR McLaren. I forgot that it was just sitting down here. Alright, y'all. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. Please smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, especially if you want to see more tutorials like the videos that I put out. We're putting out some more gameplay videos as well. And of course, subscribing and liking the videos is always going to be greatly appreciated. Want to build this channel up and be able to do this way more often than I have been doing it recently. So, if you help me out with that, then greatly appreciated. If you have any comments, feel free to hit me up in the comments. Anything you want to see, any mods you want to get a tutorial on, or anything along those lines, just let me know. And with that being said, till I see you all next time, peace.